Do you think they deserve to die, mister? Answer the question.
Carly, don't answer that question.
Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
It's my time now. It's our time.
I feel like every single time the last fucking on the YouTube section, Kodak is Kodak blacking.
He always he has to be an asshole.
Mr. Kodak Black.
Kodak.
And all his antics.
Kodak.
What are you doing?
Hey, Mr. Black.
Yo, every time he gets on IG Live, there's always something.
I said this shit last week.
Whether he's standing still, asking people, which one of y'all is gonna tell me bless you? Or him just wilding out, just being disrespectful.
People don't need live. People don't need live.
Some people don't need live.
I don't think anyone needs live.
I feel like he need a new publicist.
Or maybe a publicist at all.
A publicist.
Yeah,
I
maybe
don't think
he
he has
has
one.
I would be shocked.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
So Kodak's just out here being Kodak.
So word of
shout out
advice.
to YouTube.
Word of advice. Go get you a publicist, a good one at that. And stop all this foolery. Like, no.
Oh, even like somebody on his team, like, you bugging, like, yo, you kind of going crazy.
Hey, I mean, a lot of people just have
down.
yes men around them.
Yeah, like nobody's really like everybody's just going with what he's saying.
So Kodak Black. All right, never mind. Let's rewind because we definitely just played the Kodak Black song where we were talking shit to T.I. But there was the snippet of T.I. in the studio, and there's some Kodak references. There's obviously Kodak smoke in the song that he posted.
How about you can get it in Macy's?
So
he did that.
Yeah, definitely did.
And then Kodak released this song expeditiously. He released it within 3 hours. He released it quickly and expeditiously.
I didn't even know what expeditiously means, but I know it means fast.
Yeah,
I had no idea. I never heard that word before.
You never heard?
No, I never heard expeditiously before until I heard T.I. say it.
T.I. be saying a bunch of words. Hey, T.I. definitely has a word of the day. T.I. be loving his word of the day. Hey, I have a quote of the day. I have a quote of the day app, so I'm not mad, bro. I'll be a.
Oh, do you?
Oh yeah.
What does it tell you? Like, what's like inspirational quotes or what? What kind of quotes?
Random quotes.
Yeah.
Just depends.
To get you started.
Oh, bro.
Each quote get you started every day.
Every morning when I wake up and take a shit.
You read the quote.
Oh man.
You read that morning quote.
Is that whole shit based on like you
like
thinking about that quote?
Bro, I be getting my shit started.
Analyzing everything.
Hey, I would wonder what would happen if you didn't get your morning shit with your quote. Be a fucked up day.
Nah, man. It wouldn't. It's not even possible. It's not like. No. It's not a day without the quote and the shit.
Okay.
But they're not shitty quotes.
No pun intended.
Pun intended, for sure. So Kodak releases expeditiously.
He told him to.
And in that song, he starts talking about his wife Tiny. Calls her Miss Piggy. Calls his kid the maggot word.
Yep.
I mean, he didn't say that in the song.
Oh no, you said that in the live. He said that in the live.
Yeah.
But which song was he talking about?
Well, one of his sons. I don't know who. I don't know his name, but I know one of his sons is rapping right now. He has a little career.
A little career.
Yeah.
His career. It's the tip of his career. He's just at the TIP.
He's just taking off.
Yeah, it's just at the TIP.
I think that's the money.
Yeah, TIP.
I know Major went against rapping, but I think it's the money.
I don't know, but yeah, he's starting a career, and then Kodak's like, oh, you made a song, you should have, like, why? Like, you old, man, like, you should have just had one of your sons write a song, you know?
That's sad.
And Kodak, he this is him saying, like, oh, you clout chasing. He thinks T.I. is cloud chasing.
How this man he got TV shows. He got
That's so funny,
bro. He ain't thinking about you or no clout.
It's funny. It's like I know
Right.
Kodak is smart, but he's really stupid too.
Hey,
like
how you gonna tell me something when you know I don't listen?
Yes, like
That was a bar, bro.
He's
like,
like,
how you gonna tell me?
This is like,
I don't listen.
Like he's cloud chasing, but he's like acting like he's not cloud chasing, but he's flipping the script and saying you're cloud chasing.
Yeah,
like
that's exactly what he's doing.
You know,
hey, you see what he's doing?
he like flipped it so hard, and it kind of works because we know that Kodak is off. So it's funny. I think it's genius, but it's trolling at its best.
Trolling at its finest.
Kodak is Kodak.
Hey, did he take the 6ix9ine mantle?
I don't know. I think he might have taken it another step.
Yeah.
He's gone full retarded.
He is.
And it's working. This is the crazy part. Because this is the state of the game.
Yeah.
Like where full retarded is what we eat. We eating that shit.
Hey man, people just like
Or not us, but you know, it's getting ate up.
the people.
Yeah.
The people.
There's a market for it for sure. What happened to Boom Gang?
Man,
Is he
I don't
still
know.
Boom
I think
Gang?
the last time I seen him, he was trying to get his life together.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think he's trying to get some of his face tattoos
Did he
off.
get money for that shit?
I don't know.
I'm sure he made money from
I'm
it.
sure he got dropped. I think he might have been on a label or something.
He was a rapper?
But I think he had a little bit of clout where he might have been signed.
Yeah.
Kind of like those one with the Bad Babies and all that. Man. Bad Bobby.
What's Bye Bish? Hi Bish?
No, they might have been dropped too. For all we know, we haven't heard shit from them.
Bro, my wrist. Hi Bitch? White Bitch? White Fish?
White fish.
Might Slip?
That shit
Tight
sound,
Drip?
that shit sound like some opposite shit.
Bro, that shit crazy. That's not your favorite song?
That's
That's not your favorite song?
I'm just saying in general, it sounds like
That's a great
it really
song.
sounds like some Dr. Seuss shit.
That's my favorite song.
One
ever.
fish, two fish, three fish, four fish.
That's what birthed the
One
Tatiana
bitch,
shit.
two bitch,
The Tatiana
white
shit.
bitch, black bitch, red bitch. I don't know. I should have stopped. I should have put it out there, bro. I had it. Hey, man.
Stop that
Bro.
white fish. White fish.
Bro, I had it already, man. Fuck. Hey, rewind. Hey, run that shit back, man. It's all good. Fuck y'all. What the fuck are we talking about? Kodak. Blacking. Kodak blacking, bro.
Man, Miami motherfuckers wilding.
He really
He's
just
just
trying. He's trying to get some attention.
Hey, did you guys ever check what your Florida man is? Like your Florida man horoscope?
No.
Oh, do that real quick.
No, what is that?
Yeah, so what you do is go on Google. Go to your Google right now. Like, do it. Do it
I
actively.
don't even know my phone's
Go find it. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to Google, type in your birthday, and then type in Florida man in the search, and then there's gonna be a crazy story of some shit that happened in Florida on your birthday. On my birthday, I think mine was like woman feeds husband to an alligator. Kills husband, feeds him to alligator.
Florida what?
Florida man and your birthday.
This is really dumb.
On Google. No, February 3rd, Florida man. No, it's fire. You're not enjoying this?
Let's see.
What's your Florida man?
Oh, the first thing that pops up on Google is 17 fun birthday facts about March 28th. You must know.
No, find your Florida man.
I typed in Florida, man. Let me see.
If you guys don't have Florida man, then you guys are just trash. Kodak is like the definition of like a fucking crazy Florida motherfucker.
Obituary.
You don't have one?
No, it's obituaries in their work.
Oh, well, never
Let
mind.
me see.
No.
No?
Man, all man talk about is it tells you why they do it, but they don't tell you.
You typed Florida man and your birthday into Google?
Yeah, no.
Oh, y'all are just lame then.
Yeah, bro. Florida men didn't do
Oh,
shit.
no,
I
you
don't
fucked
know
up.
about that.
Dumbass. You're supposed to type like, don't type in like the numbers, my nigga. You just type it in like fucking what? May 3rd.
Thank you for telling everybody on YouTube.
Telling everybody your birthday's May 3rd? May
Yeah.
3rd, Florida man. Right here. Man who told cop he may have needles between his cheeks. Arrested on drug charges.
That man crazy.
Did you find it?
I just found.
Man.
You see that?
Men in Black alien attack times. Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm like, that's really interesting.
This shit's stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid as fuck. There ain't shit going on.
Yours
in Florida.
is March 8th?
No, it's
Or
not
20th?
8th.
20th? Man in Florida killed by police said officers used dead man's finger to gain access to phone. That's not
Which
cool.
I'm sure they do all the time.
Yeah, yours is trash. Man.
They do that all the time.
Yours is just sad. Come on, nigga. Like, wow, that sucks.
That's it.
This
but
one better.
needles in your ass.
Yeah, this one better in my
Needles
brain.
in your ass.
Hey,
sorry.
Needles in your ass.
It's not as good as that.
Sorry, guys. I thought that this was going to be good content.
I'm sorry, you guys.
Hey, I hope that you guys Google yours and yours are way funnier. I guarantee.
Needles in your ass sound painful as hell.
Yeah, I think anything in my ass sounds painful.
Yeah, like
Especially a needle.
Hell yeah.
What would you put? Never mind.
nothing whatsoever.
You think Kodak's ever had a needle in his ass? Oh, how do you feel about Kodak saying you don't even know Nipsey?
He do know this.
I know, but he said in the song, I'm trying to get back to.
Yeah, he
the-
said you don't even know Nipsey.
He said you don't even know Nipsey.
Well, you know, a lot of times they say when you say stuff, it's a reflection of yourself.
Oh,
I don't
the
think
content
Kodak
coming
knows-
out of this came.
I don't think
That's what you
Kodak ever knew Nipsey at all. And I find it very, very hard, and it would come to my surprise if T.I. didn't know Nipsey. Like if they didn't like personally know each other. Not like the bestest of friends.
No, that was
but
the
they're
game bar.
sure-
That was the game bar when he was like, "Oh, you always talking about the game, but you don't even know Nipsey."
Yeah. He was just trying to come out and try to talk some
He
shit.
sent a bunch of shots at a bunch of everybody who tried to
the game.
little boy him on the internet.
Yeah. He said Billy, you know, Gilly,
Gully,
yeah.
yeah, Gilly the Kid, Gully.
Yeah, he mentioned Gilly.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Billy the Kid, but that's way centuries ago.
I didn't even know who you was talking about anymore.
Billy the Kid was
Centuries ago, a white guy who would kill motherfuckers that got killed.
yeah.
Back in the Western times.
Speaking of never mind. But yeah, back to Nipsey. Did you guys see the funeral?
Oh, I definitely watched it.
I seen clips. I didn't see the whole thing, but man,
The Nipsey funeral happened Thursday.
Yeah, it was Thursday.
It was Thursday.
It was 1 o'clock here. It was 10 o'clock there.
2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
On Thursday, Nipsey Hussle's funeral service happened at the Los Angeles Staples Center in front of about 20,000 people. The first artist for that to happen to ever since Michael Jackson, the second artist for that to ever happen.
Was Michael Jackson's there?
It was at the.
I thought it was
at
Bernie Mac.
It was at the Staples Center. It was the only artist to ever have a shit
Okay.
there. The second is Nipsey Hussle.
Okay.
that's dope. That's dope. He deserved that. That's pretty big.
It was. It was
a lot of.
I know Meek he tweeted out he had some cool shit to say about it.
Yeah, it was a very nice ceremony. It was. They took him out in style. It was a real black funeral.
I'm not gonna
Hey,
lie,
Jay
bro.
was right. They had the body there because I was like, "There's no way in hell."
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yo,
was like, "There's no way in hell they have the body in
Yeah.
front of 20,000 people."
Yeah.
The thing that I forgot is Nipsey Hussle wasn't for the people. Nipsey Hussle was of the people, and that's the difference.
It was about
It's
unity.
because like that's the difference between Jay-Z and Nip. Jay-Z is for the people, but Nipsey Hussle is of the people.
of the people.
He's always on.
He's there.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's
He's
like,
rich, but he's still right there on Crenshaw and
Mhm.
Sloss.
Well,
Yeah,
I think
there's-
it's the difference, though. I don't know if you could really do that in New York. Like, if Jay was to try to be in the streets how Nipsey was, he definitely would have been off. by now.
if you're famous and a rapper, if you're famous and from poor conditions, and you're still where you're from, and you're still in that same environment, they're looking to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are jealous because they're like, "Oh shit, I saw you." We sat in the same third grade class, and this motherfucker's here with this money, and I'm right here eating cheese sandwiches. You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So
no, that's what I think Boosie had something to say about that. Like, yo, once you
yeah,
get money,
exactly.
get the fuck out of the hood.
Man.
You leave the state.
You have to
move away, because shit like them people really know you. They know what you came from. You were right there with them. So once you kind of go past that,
There's only
motherfuckers feel some kind of way sometimes.
People always feel the way.
Yeah.
But back to the film. Okay.
Yeah, going back to the film.
So did you watch it?
I watched. I didn't watch it all in totality. I had to work, but I watched the beginning. Well, it started late. It was delayed.
Yeah.
I got a little
Because you have to think about Eastern time and Central time is two different times.
So
So
nothing to do with the delay. It's
No.
just delayed. Like they were supposed to start at 10, and they didn't start at 10. The fact that we're not on the same time does not that doesn't affect them delaying the funeral.
no, when they posted the time, they didn't say if it was Central time or Eastern time. That's what I'm saying. So when they said 10 o'clock, they didn't never specify if it was going to be Central or Eastern.
I think that's pretty obvious. That's going to be.
So that's why it seemed like
Western.
it was
It's going to be
delayed.
Pacific because it's for Nipsey Hustle, and then in the Staples Center. So I would just assume.
That doesn't even matter. Let's get to it.
Yeah, we started talking about it. I was done with it.
That's all good. But the funeral, the highlights of it. It was some great messages. They had the
Stevie Wonder performed. Stevie Wonder performed, which it didn't really sound that great.
And in one of his songs,
definitely did.
Ocean Views, he talks about when I die.
he wanted to see.
He said, "Blue flag around my rifle, 100,000 in my coffin." He said a bunch of shit. You know what I mean? He said, "This is what I want when I die,"
And they put that.
and they did that when he
Yeah.
died, which is so crazy. Like
That's dope.
it's so crazy because it seems like the rappers that do go, they have traction. They're like, "Hey, when I die,
They know.
do this." You know what I mean? Like,
Nipsey was
sad.
at a certain level of enlightenment, and
It's sad.
Nipsey knew.
I'm not gonna lie. Some of the clips that I seen, I did get a little choked up because I was like,
Man,
"Damn, bro!"
the little boy was talking.
When the little kid talking about
his
the
son.
dream,
Yeah, his son.
that was
Or no, it was
That
Wayne's
was
son.
Wayne's
that was
son.
Wayne's son.
Wayne's son. But then,
What up, killer?
but right there in itself, it talks about how good of a man he was because that wasn't his son, but they had a good relationship. He was a good man to
Imagine
him.
being
He was a good man
raised.
to him.
Imagine being Lil Wayne's son and being raised by Nipsey Hustle, and your mom's Lauren London, bro.
That's
Just
wild.
imagine,
Your
That's
whole life
wild.
in general is like
it's like
That's wild. That's some type of life to
that's
live.
eras. That's
It's a
eras.
blessing, man.
Yeah,
It's a blessing, bro.
He-
So no matter what, even though obviously it's sad that Nip is gone from us and our presence, bro, his impact that kid's life
He
is
was about to change the game.
Bro,
Like,
his
really
life-
shit, really
so many
shit.
lives have been touched by Nipsey Hustle, bro. Like
They
that.
definitely have. I really like one of the pastors. Like he got to talking about. He say it's just like going. Like they
That's what I do say.
kept doing stories about like trying to compare it to different things, and he used like McDonald's for example. Man, I wish I.
You talking about Farrakhan?
Man.
Nah, it wasn't.
Oh, when the pastor said
Yeah, when the pastor was talking. Farrakhan did an amazing job too, though.
Farrakhan, bro, y'all don't want me. You want me? Can I get my
Come
Farrakhan
on,
bag?
let's get to it.
One, whenever Farrakhan speaks, Breon's fuck it. I'm in. I love Farrakhan on like. Also, I love Farrakhan on some wild shit. Like how like racist white people love Trump, bro.
Yeah.
I love Farrakhan like that, bro. Because Farrakhan do be wild, bro.
He
He says
definitely
some
does.
shit that's like, that might not be where we really want to go with this one, Farrakhan. But like, he speaks so well, and it's so emotional. Like you feel that shit when Farrakhan be speaking, man. I love Farrakhan. I would love to fucking meet with Farrakhan.
I
bro.
wish I had my notes.
That shit would be so fucking incredible. Lauren London gave an incredible speech as well. His mom's speech, bro.
Hey, now this is something that we're gonna have a conflict on.
You didn't like Lauren London's?
No, Lauren London did an amazing job. Let's talk about his mama though.
Oh, you didn't like his mom's speech?
What?
I loved his mom's speech.
Hey.
It was my favorite speech.
It was the worst speech out the whole series.
Oh yeah, go.
And I really feel like at some point,
Do you want to go back and forth, or do you want to just
We can go
do
back
your
and
own thing?
forth.
All right, let's go back.
We can go back and forth. I feel like at some point his father should have had like really like interrupted her and ended the speech.
Why didn't you like it? You haven't said anything about why you didn't
Okay, what I didn't like it was, number one, she didn't have it organized because it was stuff written in front of her, but it wasn't her speech. So she kept going back to it, but her so-called speech, number one, she said every time she wrote her speech, she only got to the third sentence and she stopped. That's number one. Number two.
Can you imagine how emotional it was?
Yeah, like
to write
I didn't even see it.
speech
I didn't even see it,
your-
but off top, like, yo, she's emotional as fuck.
No.
She said
so
she was
fucking
happy.
strong the whole time. Bro,
She said she
strong
was
the
happy.
whole time, bro.
She said she was happy because
She
because she already saw it happening before it happened. She felt like God was finna take somebody out their life. I respect that. I understand everybody's spirituality is on a whole different page. If you feel like God has spoke to you and told you this is something he's
we
finna...
think of death so selfishly, bro.
Yeah. Now,
it's selfish. It's like, oh my God, I don't want my grandma to die, but like, if I believe in heaven the way that it seems that if she believed that Nick believed in heaven, then why would we want him here with us and not there where it's way better?
I agree.
Where his life has already impacted so many people and his death impacted so many more people.
I definitely
the conversations that we are having now, the conversations that we are having now have helped hip hop so much. The fucking the unification, all the gangs marching through LA together in solidarity with the Muslims, with the Black Panthers, with all, like, come on, bro.
Yeah, that was amazing. Now
is that not what Nipsey dreamed of?
That's
what she's saying this whole time.
But her prayer, she didn't have it put together.
So
that's a problem.
She got her shit off.
No,
you've had nothing put together on any of the podcasts that we've ever done.
You're right. I definitely just come. And I still got fans. So, what you want to say?
I don't imagine how many more fans you would have if your shit was put together.
Man, you might be right.
This is Jay.
But this is me. And they gonna give me something with, it's just, she was on national TV.
I gotta see it now.
She's at her son's funeral. Me being on national TV has nothing. I don't give a fuck.
I can understand.
I'm at my son's funeral. I don't give no fuck about the national TV. I give a fuck about my son's funeral.
I can understand if she was breaking down, but she wasn't even breaking down. It was to the point where she was completely.
You want her to cry for you?
No, I'm just saying, like, she was completely lost about what she wanted to say.
All of the women were so strong. All of the women that spoke during that funeral were so fucking strong, bro.
Okay. Look, I'm just sorry. Her speech, I just felt like she could have gave it up a long time ago. Like, it didn't take as long as she was talking for at least like 40 minutes. And I can respect it. That's his mother.
She was talking her shit. She was in her bag, bro. She was saying some mad inspirational shit.
Man,
the only thing is, like,
she got to talking about her mom and how her mom's a hoarder and how her and her mom felt that God was going to take somebody from their family. So her mom, she was praying to God, asking God to take her and not someone else because she's the eldest in her family. I could respect that. The whole thing about her being a hoarder, like, you didn't even have to add that in there. You didn't even have to tell the story about how she moved her bed to the living room just so that way when God was ready to take her, the Emelams, the Emelams didn't have to, no. So that way the EMTs didn't have to come into her room to try to get her out because it wouldn't be enough space for them. Like, I understand the concept of the story and I get the drift, but I just feel like that she didn't have to give all those details.
I don't know why you can't just let people grieve in their own way. Just let her fucking grieve.
It's fine.
She's a mother grieving her son. Just like, oh no, I don't like.
My whole thing is, if you want to say that, then that's Kodak saying Kodak free to say whatever the fuck he want to say.
Kodak is free to say whatever he wants.
And we shouldn't comment on what he said. At the end of the day, she said what she said. I'm gonna comment.
That's not. The two things aren't equivalent at all.
Whatever.
Saying that I want to fuck your wife.
In this part, like, Kodak is wrong, and he don't really see that he's wrong. This right here, there's no right or wrong.
She was just saying how she felt about the entire situation. You just don't like the way that she felt. Like what the fuck?
If it was my mother, I would want
you and your mother have a different relationship than Nip and his mother. You guys are not the same people. You're projecting yourself onto them. Let them be them. You be you. The fuck does that have to do with you? That shit doesn't affect you. She feels the way that she feels. At the end of the day,
I'm entitled to my opinion, and that's my opinion. I just feel like somebody should have went on here and wrapped up her speech for her. At some point,
I feel like someone should, at a funeral, tell a mom that they cannot say anything about their son who died. Like
his father was sitting right there, like he could have. He literally, if you pay attention to it, I rewatched it twice just to make sure that I was really understanding what I was like, how I perceived it. He was standing up there that whole entire time, waiting for her to finish because he was standing there lost, like, will you hurry up? Because when he went up there, he got his message across. See, one thing about a funeral is that, yes, you want to speak on the behalf of that person, and yes, you're in your feelings, but at the same time, you have to also put in consideration that you up there for a reason. Get to the point of what you really want to say. If you're going to tell a story, tell that story. Sell that story. Like, if I was to die today or tomorrow, don't come to my funeral and speak on behalf of me and you get up there and you just running your fucking mouth. Get to the point. I'm sorry, get to it. Because don't nobody want to sit through all that.
My point is, it's not about them. It's about her. It's not about the 20,000 people in the Staples Center or about anybody watching. Like, that's his mom. She can do whatever the fuck she wants to do. That's all I'm saying. I don't even need to fucking talk for 5 minutes. That's all I have to say. Is like, that's his mom. She can grieve over the fuck she wants to at her son's funeral. Like, that's all I got to say.
That's how everybody gonna perceive it too.
No, probably not.
How long was his dad's speech?
It was like 15, 20 minutes.
Seconds.
It was like 15, 20 minutes. But when I say that man spoke from beginning to end, and he made it be known, like, exactly what he was trying to, like, what he was trying to give off. Like, I understand everybody's speech was really about unity, and they was trying to keep Nipsey's legacy flowing.
You know what would be a great way to show unity is by pulling his mom off the mic in the middle of her speech.
I'm not
about her dead son.
Number one, it's a way how you do it. Don't get my words wrong.
No, you said tell her to wrap her shit up.
It's a way how you do it, though. It's a way how you do it. I'm sorry. Do you not know how many funerals they will make you wrap that shit up, no matter how long you want to keep going.
You start playing music in the background like the Grammys do. Like, hey, your shit's going on.
It's a difference. It's a difference when somebody's standing right next to you. All they have to literally do is like touch her arm or like touch her back, like
on the shoulder.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know, we get your drift. Like, it's like that extra support. Like, you really got your statement across, because that's probably what I feel like.
Touch Jay.
That's what was Jay.
Touch him. You got your statement across.
No,
you already got your statement across, bro. What the fuck are you like? You've been saying the same thing over and over.
I know.
Yeah, you got your.
I'm doing exactly what she did. Since you appreciate it, man.
No,
fuck it. Why not?
Your son didn't die before this podcast.
Man, but this is my podcast. This is our podcast. So if I'm going to talk, I'm going to talk.
Podcast.
This is podcast. But I'm still talking, right? Right.
My podcast.
This is my podcast.
This.
I'm Dirty Dan.
You stupid.
I am Dirty Dan, bro. That's a fact. I guarantee, bro. Actually, fuck y'all, nigga. Oh, fuck y'all. Fucking. Nah, man. It's just a lot, bro. It's an emotional topic. So yeah, like, fuck y'all, man. Fuck y'all niggas who be talking shit. Hey, fuck Caleb. Caleb's like, oh my god, you be too mean to Jay. And I promised him in this episode I was gonna be nice to Jay the whole time. And that shit didn't happen. Fuck you, Caleb.
I don't pay that nigga no attention any damn way.
You know how stupid this shit would be if we just sat here and just said the same thing the entire time? Hey, fuck Ryan, bro. Fuck you. Hey, did you? Oh my god. real quick. So me and Jay can fucking link up real quick. Did you see the fucking Ryan video?
Hey, that's shit funny as hell. Hey,
The Ryan.
hey,
video,
put that shit on the link.
Hey,
He gonna add that shit to the link.
no,
Did you watch it?
What's the Ryan?
It's gonna
Oh
pop
my
up.
God.
It's gonna pop up.
Hey, Ryan,
watch
watch
it.
that shit.
It's the
Where
most.
is it?
I got you. It's gonna pop
It's
up
in the
at
group
the
chat?
yeah, it's in the group chat. I got you. It's gonna pop up at the end of this episode. It's this Asian dude.
With a
Oh shit, hey Rob.
with his Nike
Bro,
jacket,
hey,
bro.
no, so it's Ryan while he was at work at the Nike store, right? And his friend is holding up one end of the jacket, and they've tied together, or they've like zipped up a bunch of like track jackets together, and he just like spins through it. You're gonna see it at the end. It's gonna be incredible. That's the most waterfall vibe I've ever seen in my life.
You saw it?
Watch it.
This is dope. Like
I said it. I knew he would like it though.
I don't know why you guys are like saying like this is like some real bad thing.
No,
No,
that's you.
Fuck you, nigga.
That's you.
Yeah, hey, peep that shit. It's just fire.
That shit fire.
hey, make a coat like that. Send it to me.
Fuego.
All day.
You're supposed to say
That's mad drippy.
fuego, fire, fuego. No, you're not that. You're not in the Bad Bunny bag. Fuck that. You're Bag Bunny, bro. I'm gonna call you Bag Bunny from now on, bro.
Bag Bunny.
Bro. Waterfall, aka Bag Bunny,
No,
aka
no,
the man in
I'm
the
not
middle,
wrong.
aka I look like everybody, aka the faceless
Man in the
man.
mirror?
No, the man in the middle, aka the faceless man, aka Rabadon, aka
Ramadan.
Radadon,
Ramadan.
aka Catch Me Eating Ramen, aka bro.
Y'all done got all off. So
Nah,
This
man.
shit's
I don't
so-
need too many names, man. It's just too confusing. Just call me Waterfall.
Just call me Waterfall, splash, splash.
What?
Oh my
God damn.
I mean,
Look at the content.
I really tuned you out.
Bro, look at the content.
Y'all can pay attention. I literally tuned his ass out. But back to the funeral.
Thanks.
Snoop Dogg talk.
Snoop talks.
Man, that was a great speech though.
They show like the videos of when he was a little kid.
Man.
He's dancing and shit.
I lied, Jay.
That was kind of funny.
I lied. I'm sorry. That was not my favorite speech. His brother's speech was my favorite.
His brother's speech was really good.
His brother's speech was my favorite.
That's the speech I didn't see.
It was. I seen that one.
It's
and I
weird
was like,
because
wow.
they look alike.
They definitely
do.
do.
They look
They do.
exactly alike. So like you're like watching and it's like it's like a ghost. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you, bro.
I definitely didn't watch his speech. I'm gonna watch it when I get home.
No, he had a good speech. I actually got it on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good
No,
speech.
that shit's incredible, bro.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like after seeing a lot of those speeches, I got tired. I had to take a break from that shit.
Yeah.
Like his funeral was long. I said it was like a typical black person funeral. Like you really saw it all. Like I'm sorry to say it. Like black people funerals are long.
Yeah. Black people, anytime black people go to church, they're there for a while.
I promise.
Now, whenever black people sit down, they're not trying to get back up. That's the thing.
Hey, why? I don't even know why they even book the services. Always say the wake is from 10 to 11. The funeral is from 11 to 12. That shit don't end until about 2-3 o'clock in the fucking afternoon.
And shit, shout out to T.I. because I know he went to the marathon.
Hey, shout out to all the black people who died because the food be fire.
Hell yeah. hey, I definitely want the dressing, the macaroni.
That's so true.
I want it all,
The
baby.
celebration.
Hey, that repast be lit.
The celebration
Hey.
be so fun.
This is the thing, bro. Nigga, hey, real shit. Hey, I'll die on this ledge. Hey, don't walk with me. Don't walk with me on this one, bro. Hey, man, niggas be talking about Christmas and Thanksgiving. You know? Hey,
No.
you talking about Christmas and Thanksgiving and shit. It ain't nothing like funeral food. My nigga. That shit is the best.
Those kind of reviews are the
Like,
best.
hey, Auntie who died? Hey, Auntie who? Oh yeah.
Hey, who cooked them grains?
Because at the holidays,
Hey, who's
at
gonna-
the
hey, who's
holidays,
gonna be
you don't
there?
want to show up because they'll argue. At a funeral, you have to show up. Like,
No, because they argue.
Hey,
you
you
never been
definitely
to a
want to
black
know who
funeral.
made. You want to know who made the macaroni and
Like, now you
cheese?
just ask who's going. You don't ask who's making the food.
Hell no. You asked me who made
No,
that.
it's like who
Made
hey, who the fuck is my auntie with the fire fucking mac and cheese? Oh my god.
Oh my. I'm not.
Auntie Irene with the fire mac, you know what I'm saying?
Then you got
That's
the
not her
potato
name.
salad.
What the fuck is her name, man?
Potato salad.
She be making the fire
Hey,
mac.
whoever got the best potato salad. Then who made the homemade caramel
Auntie,
cake?
shout out to Auntie Irene.
Because you know the homemade caramel cake in the back, that's only for immediate family. That's not for the guests.
Hey, remember when I told him not to
It's
die
not
on this ledge, and then he
immediate
came out
family.
on this ledge? Right?
No, I'm not. I'm
You
just
came out on
talking.
this ledge with me, bro. You came out on this ledge with me. I was trying to save you, bro. I didn't want you to have to die.
Okay.
But they gonna kill me for this.
Fuck you.
They gonna kill
Fuck
me.
you.
They gonna kill us.
Hey, if we gonna die, we gonna die together.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, cause
Hey, we ride together. We die together. Bad boys for life.
Bad boys
Podcast for life.
podcast for life.
Podcast. There we go.
Podcast for life. Cause I'm finna tell
You
you.
got the banana cream pie for the immediate family.
Banana
The
pudding.
person who died.
Banana bream pie. Banana bream pie. Hey. Banana bream pie. Bro, I'm adding that shit to the list.
Why?
No?
They,
No, you don't like banana bream pie?
no, it's actually banana pudding.
Hey, you don't know.
They don't know.
Banana pudding.
Bro.
Hey, man.
Hey, and if it's
Me and my
not
mom
made
are on the
from
greatest
scratch-
of terms, but my mom can cook her ass off. That's the one thing. It's like, damn. It's like,
Yeah, one thing you miss.
no, not even.
Oh,
Because I don't
you
eat like
don't
that.
miss it.
I don't really eat like that, bro.
You really
Y'all know me, bro. I drink. Hey, guess what? Hey, for all the kids who are listening, there's calories in alcohol. Technically, I don't need to eat because I get all my nutrients from beers. So I'll be fine. I'll be, hey, you see this 100% apple juice? This 100% orange juice? I'm fine, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's a vitamin C.
Bro, real shit, you do some push-ups, vitamin 3.
Hey, why is he in his bag?
Bro, hey man, sometimes.
No.
Hey, but you know how it's always that one church lady that want to help serve the food, but she want to be rude and stingy with the food, like she made the shit, like it's really her shit.
Hey, for a dead bitch. No. You weren't gonna die on that ledge.
You guys can go.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said for a
You
dead
guys can
bitch.
keep rocking.
Oh yeah, fuck that bitch.
Oh shit. Hey, when's the last time you went to church? Hey, actually, when's the last time you went to church?
I don't go to church.
When's the last time you ever stepped foot in church?
Last time I went to church, it's probably like 2 years ago on Easter, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know it was on
It's been some
Easter.
years.
Hey,
was on Easter.
Deadass, the way he answered that question, I was like, oh shit, Ryan's gonna be the longest one.
Nah, it's been some years.
Nah, bro.
Shit.
Now I could tell you. Now it's one church that I really enjoy. I just don't go to.
I don't think I've been in a church in like 7 years.
It might have been that long time.
Why do you laugh like that, bro? Bro,
That's funny. That's
the
funny.
best. Hey,
That's
bro.
funny.
If y'all, hey,
That shit was hilarious.
But-
he said 7 years.
But-
bro, that nigga said,
Hey, where that laugh come from?
bro, I'm finna, hey, man.
I thought that shit was funny.
Hey,
That's how you laugh? When have you ever laughed
I'm
like that?
sorry, it was
We've
just
been
a laugh.
recording this shit for
It was a
87 episodes. I've never heard that laugh.
Never.
That's a wild
But I
laugh.
definitely do want to go to church. I might go to church.
Hey, y'all want to go to church together?
No,
can.
I don't want to go to church together.
Why not?
Bro, we can eat, I'll eat ramen if you go to church. We can
We could have ramen after church.
after church ramen.
After church. When are we going to go to church?
What do you mean? When are we? Sunday.
Why? Like for what?
Just to go.
We can go.
For the content, to be honest. I'm not there for the service. I'm there for
I'm
the
going
content.
like for what?
I'm going.
Who get to pick the church though?
I think that we have to get
Are
together,
we all
right?
like in,
so
the,
this
in the
is
confession booth?
no. This is what we're gonna do, right? This is
Hey,
what we're
we're
gonna do.
not Catholic.
No, this is what we're gonna do.
I mean,
We're gonna get together, right?
I would be in the church.
We're gonna go. We're gonna get some douce. You feel me? We're gonna drink just a little bit. We're not gonna be drunk at church. Come on, man. I have respect for you. No, I don't. So we go fucking get some douce. We're gonna drink a little bit douce, and then we're gonna fucking get together while we're in the car. We're gonna fucking Google churches. You know, but like not the chicken. We're gonna Google churches, not chicken. Then we're gonna Google. No, we're gonna Google churches, not chicken, right? and then we just go on scroll and then stop.
It's
like
going on every
no,
time.
you know, like Ryan does, like on his globe, where he'd be like, "Hey, hey, Gabba, Gabba, this is where we're gonna go." He grabs his globe on top of his fridge and he spins that shit, stops it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's where we're going next. That's the church we're gonna go to. We're gonna Google it. We're gonna scroll through the list and
I'm
stop."
glad you just called that ass Yo Gabba Gabba.
You know, that's what I've been calling that for 7 episodes, and no one laughed at the
Yeah,
joke.
it's trash.
That was her rap name, remember? Bro, remember when they were battle rapping? They were battle rapping and shit, bro. Yeah, no, Yo Gabba Gabba.
But,
Hey, yo. Gabba Gabba, what's up, man? Hey, shout out to you for listening. Shout out to the YouTube. Shout out to the fucking... Shout out to everybody who's listening. Shout out to everybody who's watching. Shout out to fucking iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, anywhere where you get podcasts other than Spotify, because...
we're the most poppin'.
Hey!
Almost the
Most poppin' pop culture podcast in the Midwest, baby.
most poppin' pop culture podcast in the motherfucking Midwest.
The most pop culture pick.
I got it. Both of y'all fucked up.
Yeah, we did. But
Give it to me.
for the Devil's Advocate,
The most poppin' pop culture podcast in the Midwest.
hey, that came from teasing us too many
There you
times
go,
for
baby.
fucking up.
Bro, I'm so fucking mad. Hey, pour up a shot real quick. Pour
Thanks
up a
for
shot.
tuning in.
No. Pour up a shot. We about to get into some wild shit. So, you know, we do the drink with the podcast listeners. You know what I'm saying? So we have to. No, you didn't want to do the shot.
Alright, okay, yeah, I'll pour it
No,
into the shot.
no, you have a shot. You have your own shot glass.
Yeah, I'll pour it into it.
What the fuck is
Because
this?
I already poured it up.
Oh, I don't have a shot glass because I'm better than y'all niggas. Fuck y'all. Anyway, so we already did shout outs. Anybody that want to shout out, man, get some shout outs out, man. Get in your bag. Give some content to the people.
Hey,
Shout out to my Japan boys. I'll be out there.
Hey, real shit.
You know what I'm saying? We going out there. I think we talked about going out to Japan in the next, I think it was 2 months, I believe, when we all had that break. We all flying out to Japan.
We did. No, we're not talking. We already booked the flights, my nigga. What are you talking about?
that's only like 2 months.
Real soon.
We booked the flights already, my nigga. We didn't talk about it. That's just booked and busy.
Busy.
But
I just want to thank everybody for listening to us, like, especially all my fans. You know, I don't care about their fans.
I have no fans.
I care
Everyone
about
doesn't like
any
you.
kind of fan we have. I care about all of y'all.
hey, fuck Ryan, bro.
Fuck
I
that.
really hate the positivity.
Tune into all our shit. If you listen, any viewership of any kind.